the wrestling, I just got to ask you, like, straight up, like, because looking at you, man, like you're like a good dude. Like, I don't really like, but I'm also an open-minded guy. I think some people are closed-minded, and you might upset people like that. But looking at you, man, like I kind of get upset just like seeing like how shit's played out for you, just because of your personality. Like, you're not a bad dude. And
Nah, yeah.
do you ever feel like kind of hurt at all by like the colleges or like the
Oh, hell yeah.
some things
Salty,
that
you
have
could
kind of
let the shit
happened?
be bitter. Yeah, man, you could let resentment. There's been years of resentments and bitterness and true pain because what you at the core of it, it's like what you love the most, you feel it doesn't love you back. I've used this analogy being like at a party where you're not invited to, which like, forced my hand into MMA when I wasn't even properly prepared to do MMA. Just had to go make some money because the shit hit the fan. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it was tough on circumstances, and I'll probably also die with regrets of not being able to fit in and assimilate into the crew, into the clique, if you will. Well, why wasn't I more like the wrestler guys? Maybe I would have had more success. There's always going to be these what ifs, and but at the end of the day, I can look myself in the mirror and just be happy knowing I've been authentic and genuine to who I am, and I know I never done anything with like ill will, bad intentions in mind. Like everything I do comes from like a place of love with good intentions. Even when I was calling out the women's wrestling or whatever, the people, I guess we have different perspectives maybe in life, or maybe different upbringings or different backgrounds, products of different environments, if you will. There's got to be things that make us different, or else we'd all be the same. You know what I mean? But yeah, just because Joe Schmo sins differently than I do, doesn't make me judge him or hate him or dislike him. Like, so maybe it's other people that have that hate up in their heart and they need to look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah. Closed-minded is kind of like sometimes what I think. They see something and they don't understand it, and then it like upsets
Hmm.
them, you know. And I think that's kind of what you do sometimes. But hey, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I think right now you're on a good streak. I think you got a few more years right in you to kind of like make the most of everything. You've been through a lot, so I think a lot of people are rooting for you. You got a great fan base, bro. I'm telling you that. So
definitely.
you don't need
Definitely. Nah,
Flo and all these
that's
guys.
what you just said, what you just said perfectly, man, because that's what I'm talking about. I told the Pauls in the Flow Wrestling interview, like, I don't do this shit for people to like me. I do this for people like me. And I know I have a huge, sick fan base of loyal, you know, supporters, and not just my close friends and my close family, people I've never even met that
Yeah,
let
for
me
a
feel the
fact.
love all the time. You know what I mean? And you just gotta, it's easy to feed into the hate and the negative ones and let that kind of give energy. But if you
Yeah.
learn to take a step back, don't give that energy and to those people who don't deserve it, just feel the love. And sounds cliche, saying it out loud, feel the love, brother. Hit your doobie, one love, brother. But like in general, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Love gonna
feel you.
beat hate all the time.
100%.